developed our first awesome early stage startup. So Chris from Service Gems.
Thank you. My name's Chris and I'm the CEO of Service Gems. So a little bit of my history. 25 years I've been working for the two largest technology companies in the world, IBM and HP. I've lived all over the world. I've lived in over 20 homes, multiple countries across the world. And I've had the same problem through every country and through every home and through the years. And that problem was when I needed a good contractor, I had a hard time finding a good contractor. So we'd start by looking through the phone book, looking for the type of contractor. And then as technology evolved, we'd start searching through Google and other places to find good quality contractors. And then as technology evolved, we started to get things like some of the review sites. And the review sites were helpful, but not necessarily the kind of quality that we were looking for when choosing a contractor. So what was the problem? Well, it's a problem that continues to occur. All you have to do is search bad contractor in any country, in any city, and you will find literally millions of records of bad contractors. Contractors that have been vetted by reviews, but contractors that continue to not perform. That's the problem. So how do we solve a problem like that? Well, our goal was that reviews were simply one aspect of finding a contractor. So other aspects, they may be a registered electrician, but they could also be a registered sex offender. Do you want that person coming into your home? What about Better Business Bureau? What about the multiple reviews from Google, from Yahoo, from all of the different areas? How do I take all of that together and make one contractor profile so that when I'm selecting a contractor, I know that I'm getting the person that is the best? Doesn't have a criminal record, nobody is after him, his employees aren't suing him. So how do we bring all of that together, the best of every website, and access government sites at the same time? Well, we do that with Service Gems. What we've come up with is APIs that access multiple information from multiple sources. So we bring all that information together in one place for one contractor profile. Better Business Bureau ratings, insurance ratings, reviews, videos, photos. So we bring all that together and we aggregate it in a way that nobody else that we've found or encountered has been doing. So we actually go out to the government sites and get information that has been recorded by the government, the business license of the contractor, how has he performed, has he operated under multiple business names, multiple business licenses, has he had any claims against him, has he been reviewed, has he been denied some insurance claims. So all of those things come into the factor of finding a proper contractor to perform the service. So as you can see, the number of individuals that are searching online before they select their contractor, 89% of people search online. At Service Gems, we're targeting over 71% of the fastest growing businesses. Our model and projections are only limited by the growth and the number of contractors that we are currently engaging with. So recognizing that Gary told me I only have 4 minutes and I need to be careful to make sure I get lots of questions, we have a market of over $130 billion. It's a market in literally every country in the world, 63 billion in Canada, 14 billion in the UK. We're only limited by the number of contractors that we can pull in that are good quality contractors, because that's what people are looking for. So here we are, we're a technology company solving business problems and bringing all the best that the internet has together into one place. So in conclusion, we are the only company addressing all of these different aspects of the market. It's our data that really makes us different. We're well positioned in one of the fastest growing markets. No internet company today is doing it, and the market access from companies that are competing with us is minimal. So these are our competitors, and as you can see, here's where we compete, and here's the offerings that we have in comparison to our competitors.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Judges?
You had the 23 million in transactions there. Is that your revenue?
Yes. That's not our revenue. That's what's flowed through our system.
Right. And what is your revenue of that?
Our revenue of that is only $15,000. We've only had the data for 10 months. So.
Okay, and how many booked services are there?
So we have over 1 million contractors in our database. We've had over 1,000 contractors sign up in the first 10 months of the service. So we've only had our data for just less than 10 months.
How many bookings did you have through the platform so
So
far?
the bookings we've had over, that's the 23 million is the bookings. And so the bookings come from both property managers as well as homeowners. But the bookings also, some of it flows through our system, but then some of it is accessed directly to the contractor, and we don't know what the flow of that portion of it is, to be honest with you.
Thank you. What's the business model and how do you keep yourself a unique, defensible value proposition?
So the business model is that we don't charge the homeowners. It's free to homeowners. It's free to property managers. We charge the contractors, and we've done it a little bit in reverse. So we've loaded the contractors in first. We've gathered all the contractors and all of their information. Then the contractors start getting requests for jobs, and they come and they search us out, and they ask to be part of our system so they can fill out the rest of their profile. We also then have property managers that begin to request and only access their contractors through our website, and we tell the contractors that if the property managers are going to continue to use them, they have additional services that they can use, that they can buy through them. So that's two of the channels that we're using so far.
Hi. Can you just tell me how you're building the demand and supply side? Like how are you getting the users from and then the contractors? And the last little question, from the contractors in the past 10 months, how many have repeated a transaction more than once?
So we have over 50% repeat in terms of they come back to request another quote. We don't track it to the fulfillment, so we don't know that they've actually paid the contractor at that point. All we know is that they've requested the quote from the contractors, okay? The model that we have and the sustainability of it is that we can go to suppliers and suppliers that are only supplying materials, electrical materials, plumbing materials, and we say to them, if you bring your clients to us, we will fulfill the end-to-end. We'll provide the contractor to your supply. And so then the advertising is another component of a channel to profitability.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Thanks very much. So if you want to vote for Service Gems,